on to the next joint. Let's get it popping around here. NBA season summary. So Mills, you want to kick it off for us?
Yeah, I'll kick it off, man. Yeah, man. Listen, I'll say this: if the NBA allows playoff style of refing to continue on for the season and get even more with how they're refing consistency, the NBA is in good hands. A couple of things needs to happen where people need to return. Teams need to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Coaches carousel. Um, Big ups to certain teams becoming number one seeds. Uh, you know, of course, injuries going to play a part every season, but at the same time, I think to me this was a pretty decent season that we've seen in a very long time. You know, and I big it up. Yeah, I'm a Knicks fan, so us going to the Eastern Conference for the first time in 25 years is definitely a plus in my eyes of the season itself. But I'm just ready to see it grow, man. And I'm ready to see NBC come up, FTNT, goodbye, see you later, and yeah, soon ESPN will be going too. But yeah, that's how I feel about the season. I think it was dope, and for it to end in a game 7, I don't know if it's a money grab or it just was a good season. It just talks about the whole season.
Okay. Um, you want to go Sly or you want me to go on this one?
Yeah, I go. I low key feel like this season with all the drama and all the nonsense, it was entertaining, man. I can't complain. I think a lot of that, like, was obviously to give media something to talk about, keep NBA in the conversation, and I did their job in that sense. It gets a little tiresome at times, but it's part of the business. But I do think it's something when at the end of the season you got two small market teams,
Mm-hmm.
no drama, just basketball. Like,
Yeah.
I think with all of that stuff that going through the year, end of the day, we got OKC led by a kind of a, I want to say a no nonsense guy, but SGA don't come off as none of that. SGA go out there and go to work, and then you got the Pacers, who are a team, who their leader essentially is their coach.
Yeah.
Like, the team takes on the coach's
Hmm.
personality, and then Tyrese Halliburton as well. Like, his IQ is his strength, not his athleticism, not some flashy 3-point shots. His strength is his basketball IQ, and I think that can be very telling going into the future for the NBA because it's clearly in the shift. We shifting out of in my opinion, I think we might be shifting out of the superstar era of the league being carried by superstars, and it looking like we gonna get more carried by teams and person and like different type of personality is gonna carry the league, and especially if the Pacers win. Like, if the Pacers win, I low key think the whole NBA gonna change because you know how the team that wins the finals, it seems like everybody kind of
Everybody, yep,
they copy
replicas.
it. Yeah, it's like a
Hmm.
copycat thing. So if the Pacers win and other teams go with this team mentality, like our a unit to win it, like that's gonna be like monumental. And it's crazy to say, but I'm interested in seeing what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we seen the big superstars carry the league. I wouldn't be mad if it's kind of switched to maybe like the NFL where it's like the teams are like the main draw points. Instead of the individuals.
Yeah.
I'll be kind of curious to see what that look like.
Let me cut in for a second though. So you're saying only if the Pacers win because the OKC they're the same thing. It's just a different.
Very
Nah,
simple.
I say not OKC just because they are carried by a superstar though. Like they're led by a guy averaging like 30 a
So
night
so you would
and an
consider
MVP.
so you would consider Shea a superstar because we're gonna
No,
get
oh
into
yeah.
this. Okay.
No.
All right.
I definitely think Shea is superstar, but he's like a ball dominant guy that scores a ton of points and wins MVP. Whereas the Pacers, they don't have an MVP candidate on their team. Like, their team is the strength is the whole unit, is the whole
Yeah.
team.
It's kind of like what the
Whereas
Warriors were built on,
OKC,
strength in numbers
well, I
in the
wouldn't even
beginning.
say. I would say more like the Pistons, where that team was like they didn't have like a guy where it's like, oh, this is the guy right here.
Mm.
It was a team like this, and which is just it's different. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Whereas OKC is they have a similar type of camaraderie, but it's no doubts that SGA is the man. Like, SGA is the MVP of the league. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
So if imagine if the copycat is a team mentality and a unit mentality, not a big superstar. That could just be something I don't, well, not in my lifetime that I've never seen in the NBA. So I'm kind of curious to see what that look like.
Okay. Um, for me now, I would like to say either or. Either way. It's gonna be refreshing. I'll give you guys a little fun fact. It's been this. This will be the 7th year that no team is repeated. It's been 7 different champions. So that's great for the NBA. It's great for the fans. It's great for the product. This season had ups and downs. The trades, yet again, Luka, ridiculous, which has set off a whole bunch of other things. I think there's a conspiracy. Let me put on my tin hat. Yeah, the Dallas Mavericks shouldn't have got the #1 pick. I think they were told, hey, get rid of Luka. We'll get you something.
Yeah.
I mean, I said it.
Hey, listen, I know. But this season was good. I wasn't able to catch all the games like I wanted to, but still, I'm just gonna follow certain teams and certain players to see if I can get back into that mode next year. It's hard to do it with football, but this season wasn't bad. Season wasn't super great. I'm still trying to get adjusted to this. What do you call it? The middle of the season tournament. Still trying to get used to that. Like, that's still something weird to me. That, like, they're expecting them at some point in time to play hard here, but they're not play hard for the rest of the year, kind of. You know what I mean? To drum up fan interest, which fan interest is always going to go up and down. The way we consume sports is different than what it was 10 years ago. You know what I mean? You can watch it on your phone. You can watch highlights. You can record it, come back and watch it the next day. Everything's different. So I don't know what they're trying to do. I understand what they're trying to do. I just don't understand why they're going about it the way they are. Even the whole MVP of the Eastern Conference or Western Conference finals, that's something new to us to get adjusted to. But
is that new?
These playoffs, though, I enjoyed them. A lot of ups and downs, sorry, Knicks. You guys got to find another coach. I say Mark Jackson. I hear a lot of people say Mark Jackson now. Mark Jackson is hoping that he can get that gig. I think it would be good for the Knicks because he did play for them. He is from New York. Could get it popping. Whoever you guys pick is whoever you pick. Not just him, but the firing of coaches was very disturbing for me this year. Mike Brown, Mike Malone,
Taylor Jenkins.
Yeah, Gerald Jenkins. Like, these owners need to realize that you have people in positions to do the job for you. Let them do their job. Stop trying to micromanage everything. You cut the checks. This person gets you the players. This person coaches the players. And then he has people underneath him that help him do his job. Leave it like that. Stop trying to be the Jerry Jones. Because you see where Jerry Jones is. No rings. He got his 5 in the beginning, but that's because he had great coaches. He messed that up. Yes, Denver, great that you guys made a little run. But I think you could have made that run with Mike Malone. And then, when it didn't pan out the way you wanted to, then you could have asked him. You know what I mean? With the Grizzlies, it's more than just the coach that was the problem. The coach that you guys have there is a problem. You got to figure that out. Okay? Not San Antonio, the Sacramento Queens. You guys, your franchise has been dookie. Okay? Like, it don't matter who owned you. It don't matter what's going on. You guys is always going to be little baby brother to the Warriors and stepchild to the Lakers. And stepsister to the Clippers. Okay? So, you know what I mean? Do with that as you will. But, yeah. Other than that, just excited for tonight. Hopefully OKC gets crowned. If they don't, I ain't going to be mad at it. I'm not a Pacers fan, and I'm not an OKC fan like that. Now, I was when KD was over there, and I ain't got no hate on him, but I want Seattle back because I was a Seattle Supersonics fan. That's the team I want to see back. And they're talking about making expansions, so we'll see. I mean, hopefully Canada gets a team, so then that way I can catch a couple games a little easier. But other than that, though, I'm good. You guys have anything else you want to add on this before we get into
Yeah,
the
I
next
do.
one?
Before Mills, who you got for who's your suggestion for the next coach? We talked about it last week, but you wasn't here, so I want to hear who you got.
The three I say, I still feel like Dan Hurley is a candidate that's still out there we could communicate with. But if not, I'm cool with Taylor Jenkins. I'm cool with Mike Brown. I'm cool with Johnny Bryant, and I'm definitely cool with Mark. But the NBA has a way of doing things with Mark Jackson, so I don't think that's ever going to happen. But yeah, those three: Taylor Jenkins, Mike Brown, and Bryant. I think Johnny just at least deserves the opportunity at this point.
It's funny how you say that about Mark Jackson, but you have to realize, right? Your owner has gone off. He's got West, Wild West, and the other gentleman there, and those guys, I think, are not NBAers, if that makes sense. Like part of that little group of the NBA team owners and how they conduct things. So like they could look at it. Hey, listen, we bring back Mark Jackson. Not only will it rise the stock of the Knicks, but then we could be the team that said, hey, bump all that extra stuff that was going on over at the Warriors. Yeah, okay, he has his views. We'll talk to him about it. We'll make sure that he doesn't impose those on the players or on the staff, and that he's respectable, and we can bring him in and get our hard-nosed Knicks back.
I wouldn't be surprised if we do. I just feel whatever cloud, again, everybody will call it conspiracy theory, but I know what it is. From my standpoint, in my opinion, towards the situation, I just think the NBA just really was said about Mark. Owners move in groups. They move in groups. They move in a gang type of mentality, and some owners just really going to listen to what was said about him. And do I feel Leon literally can do some and turn this whole thing up? Hell yeah, because Leon moves like that. He doesn't move at the beat. Like the reason why the media is going crazy and bashing the Knicks and saying that we're not doing our we're not having a plan is because they don't know what the hell they about to do. Right. They don't know how Leon moves. Leon moves in a slip of the mic. Right. He don't talk to none of y'all. He don't bang with none of y'all. Don't talk to him. He'll literally schedule a whole media thing. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Me personally speaking, I would love it. I would just love an interview. That's it.
Yeah. So Mills, I said this just on the basketball level because what y'all said is 100% facts. But I say the Knicks need a coach that could kind of take them over the top. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right? So I think Mark Jackson, I don't know if he ever showed if he was that guy, right? So as much as Mark Jackson would be, because I'm thinking it's New York, we're going to make a big splash at head coach. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So my suggestion was Rajon Rondo as the coach, right? I think that's a big splash hire, and it's a respectable hire, and it's somebody that's still tapped in that can tap in with younger players now and can get their attention. Like, I think he would be a good hire, bro. And even for like media wise, like Rondo is gonna be a media darling. Rondo gonna be able to tap in with the young players. And everybody know Rondo is one of the greatest NBA minds ever. He was able as a young player to take seasoned vets and kind of get them in line and run it like dog. I think Rondo would be a good hire. I think Mark Jackson and Rondo will both be good hires. But I do think the most logical hire is Taylor Jenkins, though. Like if I wanted to say just straight basketball outside of media and business side, I would say Taylor Jenkins
over Mike Malone.
Yes.
Honestly, yeah, man. Okay. And only because I think Mike Malone is still he old school, and I think they just trying to move out of the old school. That was the reason they fired Tibbs. They trying to move out of the old school type of structure into kind of a more modern. But I like Mike Malone. I think he would be good. But I do think Taylor Jenkins brings like a more like he could, he got more new energy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Fair.
I feel the last. Now, I'm not against Rondo. What I would say is I would love Rondo to be a part of the bench first,
like
for me to
assistant,
start right consistently as an assistant coach, and then move forward with saying like, I bet Rondo deserves a head coaching job. Now, I say that to say this with Taylor Jenkins and Mike Malone. Now, with Mike Malone, is he somewhat like Tibbs? Yes. Does Mike Malone adjust? Yes. The reason why Tibbs lost his job, and we all should know, is because he doesn't adjust. Then this is starting from the season to preparing us for that getting us over to the finals. You know what I'm saying? So again, I've said this many times. When you win up against Rick Carlisle is literally going to play chess in between the game. If you don't, like, you can literally set something up to what you did. He changed from the beginning of the game. But if you don't go adapting yourself and adapting the team throughout the game, Rick Carlisle is going to kill you, because at the same time, he doesn't have a system to where it's about a player. Like, our team was designed for the Celtics, right? Reason being, it's a usage rate between two players where it's easier for us to dip down and try to negate those two and say, like, I bet we still can D up on the extras. With the Pacers, bro, you don't know who's going to kill you. Melo said it best, bro. It's scary when you literally see a ball and this person literally can be a threat and you don't know how to defend it. And then when nobody's communicating, no one knows where to go, it's going to hurt us. And that's what happened. We went with a big lineup. These guys didn't play with each other, bro. They had no cohesion, no chemistry, and that's just basically what happens. So, yeah, that's on Tom Tibb. Now, would Mike Malone do the same? Not really. But at the same time, I think with Taylor Jenkins and what he was trying to do with the Grizzlies before he got fired, he was literally trying to have a Rick Carlisle style in modern day basketball. And for that, I don't know why Ja didn't really like it, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. Management, ownership did what they did, kind of canned him for no reason. But Taylor was really about to switch this whole thing up and make a modern day style of how Rick Carlisle was doing things with the Pacers. And I think he'll do that same thing with the Knicks.
And he was winning, too.
Yes. Like,
he was winning.
He was winning all 3 years. He never had a losing season. Even when the Grizzlies was losing, didn't have Ja.
I was about to say that. They were winning when Ja was injured. So I don't understand why they fired him, because at the end of the day, he was getting the best out of what they gave him. He was making a good dish. You know what I'm saying? But we'll leave it at that.